My name is Kavitha Melwani, and I am a multi-certified intuitive success coach. I want to personally welcome you to Aligned and Soulful Success, where we empower soulful empaths, sensitives, and conscious leaders to confidently align with their purpose and opulently shine their light without the hustle. Together, we will explore challenges and real implementable solutions so you can step into your unique purpose and shine. It is possible to bridge the success that you already have with the truest, soulful, mystical parts of yourself. Are you ready to rise up? Then listen in. Hi, it's great to connect with you again this week. And so if you've been listening and for the last couple weeks, you know that I have been focusing on getting you ready for the year ahead. So 2 weeks ago, I discussed the vision and why you need a vision. And last week, I talked about how to actually manifest that vision. And I mentioned that this week, I was going to discuss purpose and your vision. So a lot of people come to me asking me questions about their purpose. How do I find my purpose? What is my purpose? How do I know if I'm fulfilling my purpose? Lots of questions about that, right? And especially over the last almost 3 years of this roller coaster ride that most of us have been on, then purpose becomes even more important because it feels like there's a sense of mortality that we have. There's a sense of really wanting to spend our time and our energy on something that is contributing and making a difference and fulfills why we're here and fits us. And so instead of fitting into the box of whatever you were told or conditioned to believe that you need to fit, there's a sense of really wanting you really want to feel that whatever you're doing is your purpose and unique to you and not just, checking the boxes. So then if that is something that you want, I'm going to tell you that one of the ways to be clear about your purpose is through your vision. That's just one way. There are many other ways that you can be and received clarity about what your purpose is. But oftentimes when people talk about purpose, they're talking about their work in the world. And I believe purpose is far, 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 far more than just your work in the world. It's how you show up in the world and basically who you are. Okay. And so sometimes that is through a career, and it's just through whatever you do in the world. Okay. So the way to become clear on that, one of the first ways to do that is to have a clear vision. And so to have a vision that you consciously create of what you want, create that vision, have clarity on that vision, and then take steps towards that, following the breadcrumbs, right? Following the breadcrumbs of what you're called to, drawn to. That is how your purpose is revealed. It is not revealed by locking yourself up, hiding, and trying to figure it out all in your head and maybe even with your heart. It's about taking those steps, moving forward, aligned action. It's about connecting with how you feel as you take those steps, being open to the opportunities that are presented to you as you move forward. And those opportunities can come in many different ways, right? It can come through a conversation with someone. It could come through something that you overhear. It could come through lyrics in a song. It could come through a book that you read or that's recommended to you, or even an old book that you put away. It can come through a conversation you have with a loved one. It could even come through an insight that you have to connect with someone that you hadn't spoken to in a while, and you just actually follow that and call them or connect with them in some way. And the next step is clear, because that's actually all you can know. You can have a vision of what you want to create and what you would want to feel in the world and how you want to show up in the world, and really connect with that higher purpose. But actually, how that looks and how that shows up You may not actually know that, right? Really think back to your life so far. Looking back to where you thought you'd be and what you thought your life would be like, and even maybe what you thought your work would be like in the world. If you're starting a business, did you think that you would have a business? Maybe you did. Maybe you always thought you would have a business, right? Some people didn't. They never imagined. I know I never imagined that I'd be doing this type of work. I knew, I always had a sense that I was interested in the mind and in psychology, and had an interest in spirituality and dreams and Carl Jung. And, there was that interest since really middle and high school. So I knew that was important to me. But then I followed my conditioning and didn't actually allow myself to pursue that. Okay. So now I'm back on this path, and I needed to experience everything that I experienced in order to do the work that I do right now. Also, as I look back, I never imagined that I'd be able to record this podcast, get it out to people. People from everywhere could hear and listen to my voice and hopefully derive some benefit from it. I never even perceived and could have imagined that I would be using video conferencing to connect with clients from everywhere and have sessions with people from everywhere. I never really imagined actually living where I live right now. There are so many aspects of my life that I look at in my career and my business that I never imagined, right? But I had some things that were clear. I knew that I wanted to make a difference. I knew I wanted to do that through helping people. Okay. And I knew that at that time, I didn't know that it was using my empathic abilities and my intuition, but I knew I wanted to use my strengths and who I was. It took a while to get there, though. It didn't happen overnight, right? It took a while for me to be here. And my hope with the clients I work with is to shorten that path so it's not as long and winding and turning and twisty as mine is. And also, taking your personal life experience and bringing that into whatever your work is in the world. So finding your purpose can be done through following your conscious vision, engaging with that vision, and taking the next steps. Okay. And, I'm not talking about creating your vision, maybe creating a board and then putting it away. I am talking about actually engaging with it over time, connecting with it, taking the steps, paying attention, staying mindful, staying conscious, continuing to stay connected to yourself through the process. Okay. And continuing to move forward despite roadblocks. So I'll tell you, this last couple months, I've been making some changes, right? And along the way, there have been extra roadblocks, lots and lots. If I started to tell you all those roadblocks right now, it would take another hour for this episode, okay? But let me just say that as you make major changes in your life, as you're moving forward, yes, things can get easier, but also your subconscious mind will create roadblocks, will create resistance. Okay. And sometimes when a change is massive, then the resistance can be massive. And I've been experiencing that right now. So I am excited as I move through this resistance and don't give up and persist and continue moving forward, what is on the other side. And I continue to work with mentors and coaches to help me move through this, because I know I can't do it alone. Okay. And so as you're thinking about fulfilling your purpose, as you're thinking about having your vision, look and see if there's a way that you can receive support through the process. It can be such a rich experience, and it can also help accelerate your progress. I'm not telling you to contact me if that's not in alignment, but I am suggesting that having the support and mentorship makes a huge difference in moving you forward. Okay. And so I will leave you with this. Your purpose can be uncovered as you follow the breadcrumbs of your vision. And I'll repeat that. Your purpose can be uncovered as you follow the breadcrumbs of your vision. So are you willing to take the chance to follow your vision, to create your vision? This is the last week. If you're interested in my vision board workshop, it is a course. Actually, it's not just something that is like a party. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those, but my course really goes into creating a conscious, aligned, and effective vision board. And I'll have the link available if you are interested in that. I think that's a great way to work on your vision. And so I hope you use the energy of this time of year in a way that is in alignment with who you are and the way that you want it. Don't allow what the messages are around you that tells you the way it should be to take you off track. You get to create the life you want. You get to choose. And I am hoping that you do. And so I will have continue to have podcast episodes for the next couple weeks. And they're going to be continuing on this thread of creating your vision. And next year I have some amazing things planned for you. And if you want to write me and let me know some topics that you're interested, I'd love to hear from you. So you can use the contact form that's in the show notes. And, maybe what you're interested in talking about is something that will be my next podcast episode. Who knows? But in the meantime, take good care. Bye. Thank you for joining us for Aligned and Soulful Podcast. To view the show notes and all the links that I mentioned in today's episode, please visit alignedandsoulfulpodcast.com. That's also where you can download my free gift, which is an abundance visualization and exercise to help you unlock your abundance. And so also before you go, make sure you subscribe to the podcast so that you can receive new episodes right when they're released. You can subscribe right now in the app that you're listening to this podcast on. And thank you again for joining me for Aligned and Soulful. This is Kavita Melwani. I will see you next time. Until then, take good care. Bye.